Hey guys, my name is JessiMew, and welcome back to Feel the Snow. In the last episode, we were lucky enough to receive some upgraded recipes for stone tools, and now we can have a stone sword, some stone armor, some stone shields. I think the only thing we're missing though is stone armor, right? Yeah, we still have our puny little wooden armor on us. Hopefully we're going to be able to make that in this episode, and then maybe go see if we can really take care of those nasty nightmares. The big ones that are causing us a lot of trouble. I did make an extra door back here that you probably noticed. This is where I'm hoping to expand the house and make a little kitchen, because I noticed that we are getting a little bit low on baked hams. So as we go up this way looking for stone and whatnot, I think we're going to take another trip down to the witch's hut and see if maybe we can cook some more baked hams. We do have plenty of Swedes after all, especially over here. I mean, we have another whole row of Swedes that we can harvest and plant back in the ground with all of those seeds. So I don't think we're hurting for food at the moment. We just need a place where we can actually cook it. And I wouldn't want to overstay our welcome basically at the witch's place. I'm not sure if she's too pleased with us, considering that we do enjoy stealing her candy canes, of course, and also stealing her cauldron to make our dinners. But we'll just use it a couple more times. We'll make a whole bunch of baked hams, and then hopefully after this we'll be able to expand our house and make our own little kitchen. I did use the chocolate door that we got from one of the gift boxes because I figure that would be pretty fitting for a little kitchen too. And for that matter, I wonder if we're going to get this flooring from the gift boxes too. I would imagine so, and this would be perfect for a kitchen, wouldn't it? Very, very fitting. But let's see if we can make some more of these baked hams. How many can I actually make? I think 5? Yeah, I can make 5 of them because we have 5 pieces of raw meat, and I think that is going to be plenty, especially to last us through the big journey today. So if we make a couple more of these stones, if we gather up a couple more of these little stones, then we should have enough to make the armor. We might actually have enough right now, but just to be sure, I will gather up one more just so that we know that we have enough for maybe another one. Really, you're going to break now? I'm not sure if I can actually make another one of those pickaxes without our workbench, but we will go ahead and see. Let's see. Okay, I can make it, so we'll gather up this piece of a stone right here. We might as well. We don't want to leave it right here. I mean, we already started picking away at it. There we go. There's our extra stone. And then we'll go all the way back to our house because I'm pretty sure we're going to actually need our workbench to make the armor. We'll place all of the extra tools that we have now in our chests. We are definitely going to need more chests too. That's why I wanted to make more rooms, because we're just running out of space in our tiny little snow house right now. And if we are going to be collecting more recipes today from all of the bigger nightmares, then it would probably be a good idea if we had a little bit more space to work with too. Okay, here's our little house, and I think we're just in time. It's probably going to be starting to get a little bit dark pretty soon. It won't be to the point where the nightmares are going to start coming out, but it is going to get a little bit darker in a moment. So we have our stone armor now that's going to give us a little bit of a boost in defense, and it seems like these tiny boosts are just enough to help us survive these larger enemies. So let's place our stone armor in place of the wooden armor, and I think that's just about it. We have our stone sword, of course, and I will leave just one extra wooden sword in here just in case, because I feel like at this point, whenever I don't have a spare, we always end up losing it and becoming defenseless. But we'll put our extra armor in this chest for now. We do have a lot of these sigma fragments too, which means that we should actually be able to start crafting those special little items. Now, I'm not exactly sure where they were. Let's see, we had the teleport stone, and the teleport stone says if it's active, you can open a portal above it by using a rune of teleportation. And I'm pretty sure we had a rune of teleportation too, but I'm not exactly sure where that actually was. I'm sure it's in here somewhere. There it is. Okay, so opens a portal to an active teleport stone. So technically, I'm assuming that means that we could plop one of these down right next to our house. Let's see, we actually have enough of these sigma fragments for that, so let's create a teleport stone. And then we'll go in here and create a rune of teleportation, and we'll see if this actually works, I guess. Let's place this right outside our house, right over here, so that it's very, very close to our door. So it is getting to the point where it is going to become the nighttime, and the nightmares are going to start coming out, so we'll gather up our marshmallows, and then I guess we'll set off into the world. And we might as well heal ourselves just a little bit more, and then we do have our little campfire with us too. I mean, it's not going to help us too much if the nightmares are chasing us, Let's have her eat one of these baked hams as well. I'm going to go off toward the eastern portions of the map too, where we had all of those little cubes spawning before, and we'll see if maybe we can run into some of those big nightmares too. I mean, a lot of them seem to spawn off in that location, so I feel like we'll probably be safe. We'll gather up a couple more of these marshmallows too, because I know we're going to need those. It would probably be a better idea though, now that I think about it, for me to bring like the candy canes or something, because those do give us a little bit more health. And I mean, these guys are going to hit us quite hard, we already know that. And for that matter, I wonder if we could get rid of maybe those, the rows? Is that what they were called? Let's see, the grows. Not the rows, the grows. They look like little owls. They like to guard their nests full of eggs, and we actually need to steal one of the eggs for the witch. That's the next little quest that she wants us to complete for her. So that is going to be on the agenda pretty soon, I think. It's just a matter of becoming strong enough for us to actually get rid of those guys, because they are very, very tough compared to some of the other enemies, and they actually attack you all at once too. They kind of all band together to defend their nests. But here's one of those little cube things again, and now it's nighttime, so it doesn't even matter. Okay, so let's just wait for the nightmares to start spawning. There's one of the tiny ones, which should be very easy for us to get rid of now. There we go. Yeah, they don't drop any more recipes because we basically cleared out all of the things that they can drop, I guess. It seems like they really don't drop anything extra for us anymore, but these guys definitely do. So let's see if it's a little bit easier to take care of you. I mean, we know we can soak up all of his attacks with the shield, but he just attacks way too fast, and oh my goodness, I hit that guy by accident. I knew that was going to happen. Let's see if I can get rid of this guy a little bit faster as well. Thankfully, he does not hit us as hard as the giant nightmares, and he wasn't too bad either. Is that like a tusk? Did I just get a tusk? A fang. Okay, that's different. So we managed to get a fang from that guy, and we did get a skill point too, so it would probably be a good idea to use that pretty soon as well, but we can't do it out in the wilderness because these guys will still attack us. Yeah, I definitely need to think about maybe making the alchemy table. I think there was an alchemy table that we could use so that we could hopefully make some good potions. That would probably be very beneficial, especially right now, so that we don't have to stand still next to our campfires. This is going to be our only campfire too, because I only had one extra, so hopefully this is going to be enough. Thankfully, the nightmares kind of gave us a break there, so we were able to heal ourselves pretty good. And yeah, why don't we go ahead and very quickly put some extra skills in the defense section of our little snow lady, because I feel like that is definitely going to help us out right now. And hopefully the big ones are going to spawn. Like, unfortunately, we're about halfway through the night now. The time passes very quickly in this game, so we have to be very quick about the enemies that we're going to defeat if we want to get more recipes. Maybe it'll spawn. There we go. It seems like we actually have to be inside these barren areas for the bigger ones to spawn, which makes sense. Oh, he didn't even give us a recipe. No, that's not good. Let's get rid of this guy, I guess. We might as well. Hopefully he won't get rid of me. Oh my gosh. He was kind of hitting me pretty hard, wasn't he? There we go. I think it's just a couple more hits though. Yeah, they're both done at the same time, and then we'll grab this. But why don't we actually try to use this rune of teleportation? There's our portal. Okay, so we have to go into the portal, I think. We have 4 minutes left on the portal too, so I guess that means that the portal will actually stick around for us. And there we go. So we could go between both of the places now, couldn't we? We actually can. Oh, that is really cool. Okay, and according to this little thing down here, apparently it's going to stay open for 4 minutes at a time. So we could actually just like plop that down right before we start battling for the night, and then we could go back and forth in case like we need to heal or eat or whatnot. Like, that is actually a really good idea. Okay, so we'll have to figure out how to implement that a little bit more effectively in the future. But for now, let's see. We have our gift box to open, of course. Let's see what's inside of this one. Some more candy canes. That's actually a very good thing because I can swap these out if I can find our candy canes. Yeah, once we make our kitchen, I can put all of these good things to eat inside the kitchen, so I'll know exactly where they are. But we'll swap them out for our marshmallows for now, since they heal us a little bit more at a time. And the marshmallows, for that matter, I believe can be used to make the different types of potions. So those might be a good thing to keep around anyway, just to keep on hand. Yeah, the small health potion takes 1 marshmallow, and that actually heals heals us 40 points. So if we could make some flasks, we would probably be in a very good situation, as well as an alchemy table. That would probably be a very, very good idea. Now, what did we actually need to make the flask? Some ice, and that's why we need the ice from here, and that's why we need the snow. Okay, so it's all starting to make sense now, and that's actually pretty good because I did want to clear out this area anyway. Unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit hard to do that because we have to like just blindly stumble around here and dig up all of these items. I guess that's okay. We can dig up all of these little twigs, and I know there was a snow mound back here somewhere. Was that hopefully it? Let's see. Yeah, I think it was. So we just have to pick up this, and then we should actually be able to place down some floors. And luckily, I did place some floors in our inventory over here, so we can grab this. We can use it right away, and then plop it straight down here so that we can hopefully start making our kitchen. Now, once we place our roof on top of the house, it will be much, much easier to see. As it is right now, when you're outside of the area where the roof is, then you can't really see what you're doing. So as soon as we place the roof in this little squared area, we should be in a much better situation. And in fact, can I place the roof on top without even placing the walls? I mean, I know that's not very logical, but I suppose it could work, right? I mean, we have candy roofing right now. We have some candy roofs, and I'm not sure if that's really going to go with the rest of our house. No, not really. Not really. But I mean, at this point, what does it matter, right? We have this little patchwork house anyway. And there we go. Luckily, I don't even need to place walls to place our roof. Like video game logic, it doesn't always make sense, but it helps us out every now and then. I guess I'll place this flat piece right here, even though it doesn't make much sense for the other roof right now. We can actually take down the other roof and kind of swap it around again once I have a little bit of an extra moment to do so. But for now, that is just fine. It is functional, and that's all that matters. We just need to place some walls in here somewhere. We do have gingerbread walls. We have our gingerbread windows. I mean, why don't we just make this a whole gingerbread kitchen at this point? Why not? That might be a good idea. We'll go over here. We'll plop some of our gingerbread windows down too. I guess we'll put 2 right over here, just like in our other rooms. That would probably be a good idea. And then 2 over on this side as well. I think we probably want to start making larger rooms though. That's the only problem, because it seems like 4 squares, 4 little pieces of flooring is not exactly enough for us to live in. We can place the gingerbread walls in here too. Unfortunately, we're not actually going to have enough. We're not going to have enough of these, so that means that we are going to have to continue our very, very patchwork house streak. But I think it's fine. I mean, again, it's not the prettiest place to live, but it is functional, and that is all that matters in the end. So how's it looking right now? Yeah, pretty ugly, but that's okay. We can place our cauldron in here at the very least. Let's go ahead and eat some of our candy canes, I guess, because we are a little bit low on health. And then, could we actually make a cauldron in here right now? Could we actually just stick a cauldron right inside the house? Let's see, it would be in constructions, right? Yeah, we just need some extra stone. It's always the stone. It always seems to be the stone. So we might as well go out here and try to find a little bit more stone to use. Yeah, there we go. We'll go ahead and mine up all of this stone right here. I mean, we're going to need it anyway. And for that matter, we did also want to try to make some more arrows too, to hopefully use this stone bow a little bit more effectively. Like, obviously, the bow and arrow is just not my kind of weapon. You have to line it up so perfectly in this game, and when the enemies are charging at you, that's actually kind of tricky. It's actually a little bit hard, because they certainly aren't going to stand still and let you just ping them with their arrows. So I'm not sure if it's going to be the best weapon for us to use, and that's why I've been putting more skill points in the sword mastery and the shield mastery, because that's just like, I guess that's just my preferred way of playing video games, like the path of least resistance, I guess. You just hit it. If you hit it hard enough, eventually it's gonna fall, right? So we still have our rune of teleportation. It didn't actually disappear, so does that mean that I could just keep using it over and over again? Because I was under the impression that we would have to make some extra ones later, but it really seems like we can just keep using this. There's not even any durability on this either, like our other tools. And our fang too, like I'm not 100% certain what we can make with the fangs, but I'm sure it's going to be an interesting thing, whatever it happens to be. So let's see, we wanted to make our cauldron next, I believe. So if we go into our crafting menu instead and go all the way down to the constructions, we should have enough now. There we go. So we have officially created our own cauldron to use. So we can have a little kitchen in here. We could put it right by the window. There we go. And then we could also have a little chest in here too to place all of the different items that we like to eat. And I think it's actually going to end up being a pretty nice little room. I think it'll probably help us out at the very least. And let's see if we can make an alchemical table too. We might as well go into our crafting menu and try to find that too. I'm not exactly sure what we needed for that one. Some mucus, okay. Do we actually have enough mucus in our chests to do that, I wonder? Yeah, I'm going to get so confused with all of these chests that I have lying around. I mean, we might as well put our seeds away at the very least. We don't need that. We don't really need the snow right now, though we will later for the ice, won't we? I actually have some ice left over. I must have made that earlier, but let's see if this is enough to make that table so that we can start making potions too. Let's see, the alchemical table. No, just one more piece of mucus. Okay, so let's gather up the slime really quickly before the night comes. We'll just go ahead and whack this guy as fast as we can, like 3 hits and he's done. So we're definitely doing much better with our stone sword. And then we can go ahead and make our very first alchemical table, which should hopefully allow us to create some more potions for our snow lady to use. Now, how big is this? Oh my gosh. Well, let's place it in here for now, I guess. I mean, it kind of makes sense. You are cooking up some interesting little potions with this thing, so we'll place it in our kitchen for now. It's going to be a little bit tricky for us to use at the moment because, of course, we haven't completed all of our walls just yet, so the nightmares can definitely get in here. But let's very, very quickly make a couple flasks too. Let's see, we can create 3 of those. And then do we have time to make some health potions? We just need the marshmallows, of course. So let's zip in here, let's grab some of our marshmallows, and then I definitely want our snow lady to eat one of her baked hams too. This is a very good thing that we're actually making this little kitchen because she definitely needs that extra source of food. But there we go, we should be able to make 3 of these too with our 3 flasks. And that means that it should be much, much easier for us to heal ourselves when we're back out there with the nightmares. And in fact, we might give it one more try. We'll put this down here for us to use instead of our candy canes. And let's actually heal up really quickly before we go. We might as well, we'll put some wood in our fireplace so we don't have to waste our potions ahead of time. And there we go, we are fully healed now. So if we actually zip out this way, we could possibly make it back to where all of those big nightmares like to spawn. And then we'll just plop one of those rune of teleportation stones down, and we could go back and forth if we needed to. We could make sure that our fireplace is all nice and lit, and then we could really just heal up there if we were in a lot of trouble, I guess. I guess we could actually do that for the dark zone too. I mean, it's just really, really helpful for the places that are so far away on the map. So let's see if we can possibly, there's one of them, there's one of these big guys. Hopefully we can still take this guy out. Let's see, we just have to keep swinging though. It really doesn't seem like it does me much good to try to use the shield because he hits so fast. And now we can use one of our very first potions too. Let's see. Oh my gosh, that practically healed our whole bar. Excellent. So if I stockpile those, then I think we might actually be able to take on the dark zone in the next episode too. I'll have to see if I can gather up a whole bunch of these, a whole bunch of different flasks and whatnot, and we'll see if maybe our snow lady is powerful enough to investigate that shrine. To end off our night though, let's see if we can find any more recipes from these guys. Yeah, there's one. That guy dropped one. And then, of course, we're going to get another little gift box from this guy too, so we'll gather up all of these as the night finally ticks over. And for that matter, we might as well just very, very quickly get rid of this little cube too, because they're easy enough. They're certainly a little bit easier than the big nightmares. And there we go, we actually leveled up too on top of it all. So what did we get for our recipes this time? Some sort of snail recipe and a swordsman helm? Okay, so that might actually be something that we could place right on top of her head to give her a little bit more defense. We'll have to check that out too, because I mean, at this point, any defense is good defense in my book. Let's see, yeah, a helm. Okay, we need hog skin and fangs. Yes, so that's what we need to use the fangs for. Let's actually go ahead and slay a couple more of these guys since they're right here anyway. So I wonder if the skins are just like a bit of a rarer drop, I guess. It seems like we get the meat from them quite often, and then we also get the tusks from them too. So we might have to slay quite a few of those little hogs before we can actually make the helm. But I'm pretty sure that gave us a pretty good boost in defense too, right? Oh, it actually gives us a melee attack boost. Okay, so that might be pretty good too, and we need, of course, the loom to make it. So at the very least, we know how to make the swordsman helm. The warm hat is a little bit trickier because we haven't found a way to collect the wool just yet. I'm still a little bit suspicious of those creatures that sit inside those little like snow dens. I'm wondering if maybe that might be what we need, and I thought I saw, yeah, look at this guy, he's like a little goblin. Hello, I'm sure you're not friendly. Yeah, I think he's already chasing me. Well, let's get rid of this guy and see what he drops. Hopefully it'll be something good. Let's see, a recipe, yes. Yes, another recipe, of course. A health potion recipe, so it's going to be a little bit better than our other one. So let's actually open up our rune of teleportation right here, and then we'll go back to the house and then end out the episode. Oh, that is so cool, and it stays open for 4 minutes too, so we have plenty of time to use it. But yeah, in between this episode and the next, I will finish off our little kitchen here. I'll see what I can do to make it look a little bit more, I guess, functional. I mean, it is functional. It just doesn't look pretty. That's the thing. It looks very, very strange, but we'll see what we can do. Hopefully I'll be able to finish off the kitchen completely, and then we can spend a little bit more time preparing for the dark zone. I think that is what we'll do in the next episode. So for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, guys!